Hi, it's Peggy Lee from Creative Scraps, and I am coming to you today to share with you how I created a few little ornaments from my Facebook Live the other day over on Facebook, and you can find that at Peggy Lee Baker dash Creative Scraps, and I'll leave a link below. And we created these little cute little ornaments. This ornament die is from the Tim Holtz die alterations, and it is carved ornaments and doesn't have a number, so you'd have to. I do not believe he makes this anymore. I think you can find it on eBay, but that's about as much as I know. It's an older die. It's a great die, and it's an older die, but it cuts out this size, which is beautiful, and it cuts out this size. Okay, we're gonna create this little guy right here. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll put these off to the side, and we're gonna create one of these. I think we're gonna do this one since I did not make this one on the live. So this one is made with whitewash and some jute twine and a scrapbook snowman head. Okay, so let's get started. So what you need is you need to cut your shapes out of chipboard, and I just use plain chipboard. And if you do not have a Sizzix die, you could use your Cricut, you could use a silhouette, you could use your Cameo silhouette, or you can also go on Pinterest or Google and look up a certain ornament shape and print it out, trace it like we did back in old school, the old school way. Trace it, cut it out. It's just a lot more steps. The die is amazing. If you can get your hands on the Tim Holtz carved ornaments die. He does have new ornament dies, I believe. I don't have those ones. I need to go look at them up and get them. So, but I'm not positive on that, so don't quote me. Okay, so we're gonna whitewash this. So how I did it is I used Waverly chalk paint, and we're just going to get this painted. If I can, yeah, this is the one I used. Okay. So, I just dipped my brush in and I got very little paint. I did not hardly get any paint at all, just a little. And I'm gonna tap off into my paper napkin, because basically we're gonna do a dry brush technique, but my brush is wet, but you do a dry brush technique. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drag my brush over my ornament shape, and it's gonna leave, you're gonna leave some of the brown chipboard showing, and it's gonna look like bark. So I'm just gonna drag it over, and I'm really random on where I'm putting it. And if you need a little bit more, oh, I got too much because I can't see my bottom. So just gonna drag. Now this is perfect. If you want heavier spots, just drag over it a little bit more. The more pressure you put on your brush to the cardboard, the thicker the amount of the area is gonna be. So if I wanted it thicker in places, I pushed a little harder with my paintbrush. So it's beautiful. I love it just like that. Okay, I'm gonna set that aside to dry really quick. And so I'm gonna grab a piece of scrapbook paper. This is from Hobby Lobby. You can get it in the Hobby Lobby year round. They have it all the time. And what we are gonna need is I hand cut the snowman head out, and then I glued it to a piece of cardstock, and now we're gonna fussy cut out the snowman head out of the cardstock. So you can get quite a few Santas out of one piece of scrapbook paper. I love this scrapbook paper, but it's great for when you want to do a Santa image, because it's awesome, because you can cut out so, whoops, I think I cut his mustache off a little bit. You can cut out so many Santas out of one piece of scrapbook paper. So, and of course my cat is going to rub all over me. my cat's gonna want me to pay attention to him now that I'm doing a video. And it's gonna be just like that. It's really cute and it's pretty. Okay, so we're gonna need that. And now we're gonna take some jute twine. You can get this at the dollar store. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna wrap it around our board about 4 or 5 times. So I did about 5 times. Cut the piece off. Drop something on the floor. Now you're gonna take this twine, Vincent. You're gonna take this twine and you're gonna pull it apart. There's 3 layers to this jute twine, and you're gonna pull it apart carefully, and it will pull just like that. And what's awesome about this is it makes the twine, the jute twine, kind of like curly hair. So you're gonna take that and do that to all 3 pieces. You're only gonna need 2 pieces for this, so set one aside. All right, so we're gonna grab, now we're gonna grab, you're gonna need hot glue. You can use 3-in-1 beacon glue or wet glue. You can use any kind of wet glue, but you're gonna want hot glue for this because it just holds faster. It gives a faster hold. Watch out, you don't burn yourself like I have done. And now you're just gonna wrap this as many times as you think it needs. I think I did 2 whole strands on this one ornament. So I hope you can see okay. The light is going down, so I'm hoping that it's bright enough for you. I'm gonna try to hurry up and get this little ornament thing created. I went to record on my camera and my battery's dead, so I had to record on my cell phone. So we'll see how this turns out. I may be redoing this, but it's okay. It's not about perfection, it's about crafting, creating, making art, making handmade ornaments. Okay, so now I have quite a bit of a tail, but that's no worry, I can cut that off. So I'm gonna add a little bit more hot glue right there. Actually, I added way too much, but that's okay, because now I'm gonna take the tip of my scissors and push that hot glue into there. That's a good tip. Hot glue will come right off your scissors. So don't be afraid to use them as a hot gluing guide. I have those rubber fingers, but I never use them. I don't know why. So then you're gonna end up with this. It's so cute, it's so rustic looking. Okay, before we go any further, we're gonna grab some hemp twine and we're gonna grab our 1/8 punch and we're gonna punch a hole at the top of our ornament, just like that. Just a cute little hole. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of hard to see. Okay. Now we're gonna take a piece about yay long, you know, I don't know what, 6-7 inches. We're gonna feed it through the hole and then we're gonna tie it into a knot at the top. So we're just gonna pull the 2 ends together and tie a little knot. Very simple, simple, and fun. Okay. Let's get this going here. Of course, now that I'm recording, I can't tie a knot. Isn't that the way it always is? Oh, sorry, my kitty just got on the table. All right. And I need, no, sorry. I have to move everything because he likes to eat anything and anything. Okay. So then just trim off the edges and then you have your twine. And he loves this hemp twine. So he's going to be coming over here any minute to eat all this stuff. I may have to like push him off the table. I don't mean push. So now all we have to do is just glue our Santa to the middle of the twine. So I'm just going to put some hot glue right here in the center. You don't need a whole lot, just a little bit. And I'm just going to center him. I'm actually going to center him a little crooked, give him a little bit of character. And it's hot, so be careful. And then there. that's the ornament. It's so super fun and easy. And while this one's drying, I'll show you this one all over again. It is really cute and easy. I love the white rustic look of this. It's gonna be so cute. And you can make a lot of snowman ornaments just like this. A bunch of these on a tree would be adorable, or even a gift. These would make great gift tags. Okay, so let's go ahead and create this one now. We created these today. Now, I don't have the same flower, so I pulled out a different flower from Prima. But I just love these. This is actually textured wallpaper. And don't you eat my die. Sorry. My cat likes to eat my die. No. See, he's eating the twine. Stop. So, very pretty. No, Vincent, no. Okay, so let's get going. Ignore the kitty. So I'm going to take some 3-in-1 beacon glue. I love this stuff. It's the best stuff ever. And I'm going to take my ornament shape that I die cutted, and I'm going to, whoops, I got some glue booger there. I'm going to glue really closely all the way to the edge, all over this, and go right to the edge, outline it. You're going to want to go right to the edge because you want to make sure you get a good seal. And we're also going to be adding glitter, so that also adding the glitter helps seal it up too. All right, so I got to put the glue on here or it's going to be everywhere. And now we're going to put our wallpaper cutout right on here. And now after you get that on there, what's great about using wet glue is you can move it. You can move a smidge. So if it's not on there perfectly, you can move it around because you have a little bit of time to play. And because this is textured wallpaper, you can't really like varnish it with a bone folder. You have to really just kind of press it in because you have all those raised images. But that's it. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? I just love this wallpaper. Okay, so now we are going to glitter it. So we need some Mod Podge. If you have Mod Podge, pull it out. All right, we're gonna do some Mod Podge, and gotta find my paintbrush. We're gonna dip our paintbrush into the Mod Podge, and we're gonna need a scrap piece of paper for the glitter. Okay. So you're going to take your paintbrush and your Mod Podge, and you're going to paint all over the edges. Now I'm getting the paint all over the top right here because that's going to mimic the little metal. Vincent! Sorry. That's going to mimic the little metal piece of the hanger that is on a Christmas bulb. So my cat was eating my Tim Holtz. I have to keep my dies. I don't know what it is about the dies. I have to keep my big dies out of his reach. He will eat the foam. I don't know why he does it, but it drives me crazy. Especially it ruins my dies. But he's my little baby. And he's laying on my table watching me create. So, of course, we've had thunderstorms today, so I think he's a little scared. At one point, he jumped right on my lap. So, all right. So I got a little bit too much glue. The glue is running because I got a little too heavy-handed. So I'm just gonna wipe it off with my finger, just a little bit. It will still be there in the creases, but it won't be as much. Because I mean, I want the glue on, but I don't want to cover. It's easier to add glue than to have to take the glue away. So we're gonna lay that down on the paper, and I'm gonna get some glitter. And this glitter is from Walmart. It is extra fine glitter, and it's in the craft section where the paint is, and it's like under $2, and it's the best color ever. It's called Champagne Gold, and it's just gorgeous. Look at that. It is just divine. So I'm gonna pour that over the whole ornament. I'm pretty heavy-handed, and I'm gonna use my scissors to help pick it up and just There we go. And then tap it off. Tell you, your scissors come in quite handy. And I was very heavy-handed with my glue, and so it's a little heavy-handed on this side. But guess what? I'm just gonna take it and I'm gonna add a little bit more glue right here, just a little bit, and then shake it on. And that just helps to mimic a little bit, to even out the edges, and I think that's gorgeous. So we're gonna let this dry. Tap it off really well. We're gonna let this dry while we figure out which flower. Now you can put anything you want on your ornament. I just think the flower is really pretty and simple. Gotta close these up. All right. So I used an old petaloo flower, and I also used actually this floral is from the Dollar Tree from last year's little tiny poinsettias. They were like so awesome. So I went into my stash and I grabbed a package of Prima flowers because I was trying to find something that was Christmassy looking, and I kind of liked this one, and it's gold and pink florals. It's actually really pretty. So I'm gonna fluff it up. Now this is actually, is that gonna be too big? That might be too big. They do have a smaller one in. No, that's got glitter. Oh, Vincent, oh, you got glitter all over your paw. Oh, yuck. Ah, Jiminy Christmas. Don't lick it. Ugh. Are you okay? Hold on, I gotta get a wipey. He's not gonna like me. No, don't lick it, don't lick it. Give me your paw. Let me have your paw. Let me have your paw. Oh, he's gone. All right, I'll have to go hog tie him. He stepped in it. Now he's got glitter all over his paw. Now he's gonna eat the glitter, and he'll just poop it right out. Sorry. That poor kitty. This one might be cute. Oh, that's actually really dainty. I think I like that. So here was the one I was gonna use, and it's really pretty, and it's floral and pink and gold, but they have a tiny one. I think I like the tiny one. Can you see? So we're gonna add that one. And this, these Prima flowers are out. I don't know if it tells me what collection they are from, but it's 640149 is the SKU number. I want to say it doesn't say, but they're really pretty. It's one of their newest collections, so, or newer collections. All right, so poor Vincent has touched this. Now, you really want to let this dry before you, sorry for the light change. You really want to let this dry before you touch it and punch a hole. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to be able to punch a hole and stick a string in it because it's wet. But we're going to go ahead and put our flower on, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Now this flower already has glitter on it, and it's got like a beaded clump in the middle. Isn't that gorgeous? I just love that. So I'm going to fluff my flower up. Vincent's back. I'm going to fluff my flower, and it's going to go right there. It's so cute. So, oh, I need some more glue. And I'm using hot glue just because it's already on. You can use 3-in-1 or wet, any kind of wet glue. But I really like the hot glue when it comes to adding flowers and stuff. I really, really, really like the wet glue. And so you're just going to push it on, okay? And I'm going to try to pick this up without getting a lot of the glitter off. You're going to push him on, and then after it dries, all you have to do is the same thing like we did with this one, is punch a hole in the top and add a piece of string. So that is done. That is really pretty. I will, it is really pretty. I actually really like the little tiny flower compared to the big flower. I love the big flower, but this little tiny one is to die for. Sorry, come back to light here. It's to die for. I love that. That is so pretty. So that is it. Thank you for tagging along with me today, and I'm glad you got to stop in and see my ornaments. And be sure to check out my Facebook page, which is Peggy Lee Baker at Creative Scraps. And I have some close-up photos of these ornaments that I created. And I hope you have a blessed evening.